Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Day 3 of Indianapolis 500 practice is in the books. We've had 3 days of practice. It's been dry, the sun has been shining, and it's been clean. No accidents as of yet on the oval. We always like to hear that. We'll see what happens on Fast Friday, but as for these 3 days, a lot of speed's been happening, and you saw here on Thursday a lot more strategy, guys really trying to work out the kinks of their vehicles, a lot of quali sims here on the oval, and guys just really trying to get ready as qualifying approaches here ahead of the Indianapolis 500. It was a great day for Meyer-Shank Racing. It was a great day for Pato O'Ward. Takuma Sato had the speed. Team Penske doing great with the non-tow speeds. So really good stuff coming from the Speedway. We got a chance to talk to a slew of drivers ahead of day 3 of practice, including the hometown kid Connor Daly, who's really been turning heads out here on the oval with his first 2 days of practice, and even going back to the open test in late April. Really good stuff for him and Dreyer and Reinbold Racing. But enough of me. We'll hear from the drivers that we caught up with on Thursday morning.
You look good. You look fast. Oh, you want me? All right.
So is this basically like, I knew we had this speed, or is this you surprising yourself on the first couple of days being on the
Well, first of all, let's point out that we just saw a guy in a winter jacket here. He definitely lives in Florida. I'm in shorts. This is a hilarious difference in what's going on here. We feel really good so far. It's been a really fun week. These days have been really special because the sun has remained in the sky, which is really, really cool for us. So, but we're taking it one day at a time. Taking it one day at a time and making sure that we do as much as we can, as efficiently as possible, and continue to build our notebook as we go through the week.
I'm sure you have a notebook going into it, having success for having been in this race for so many years. What do you know now that maybe you didn't know as a rookie coming in? You know, fresh face, guns blazing, diving into turn 1, 240 miles per hour. What do you know better?
I'm honestly so thankful for the experience that I've got. I think it helps so much. I think it really does build my confidence. You know, my first 4 years here, I mean, goodness gracious, it was terrible. But I'm glad I had those years, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that I learned things from those years to kind of still take advantage of now. But I'm still learning every day on track. And that's what this race is all about. It's so challenging, it's so difficult, and every year it's even harder, it feels like. So you got to just keep going after it, and we'll see what happens come race day.
Does your notebook kind of have a list of maybe guys that have some juice already that you kind of take notice of, like, all right, maybe they've got it in the sun extra?
Yeah, there's definitely some. We've seen a few good cars out there for sure. I've been around, I feel like, a lot of different people, but you know, we're on day 3, and like, I don't think I've seen David Malukas once. You know what I mean? And I know he's really fast, so it's kind of wild to be out there and you do so many laps around so many different people, and then all of a sudden today I might find a whole new group that I haven't been around, which is actually kind of fun. So it'll be interesting to see as we progress through these next couple days, because for us it's going to be qualifying focus, right? We've done some race running. We've done a lot of race running. The car feels good. So now let's take all the downforce out of it and see what happens.
A couple of the guys said that you're like, they're looking at you like what you have so far. Like, that's got to feel good, right? Like, that's got to mean something.
I think it does mean something. I think it does feel good that people might also notice that, I guess, it is going pretty well for us so far. So we got to keep our heads on straight, though, and like we're just really happy to be here with this group, and everyone's so pumped to be just on track again at Dreyer Reinbold. So it's really nice to be out there. Cool. Yeah, thanks.
It's been good actually. Yesterday was good. Definitely worked out a few bugs, and yeah, certainly feeling better in the car.
First day, noticed all 3 of you guys were up top in no tow. So do you think you have speed for qualifying this weekend? Maybe or is that still to be determined today?
To be determined. Yeah. I mean, I don't think many people have done those runs, so I think we'll see. We'll see today. A lot of people, I would say, will go into qualifying trim this afternoon. Maybe a bit of race run this morning. Yeah.
How's it been? Sorry,
Marcus says you 3 have been working really well together this whole season. What do you think contributes?
Just 3 experienced drivers. I mean, you know, we're all trying to progress the team forward and so on. Yeah, it has been great. Yeah.
Kyle talked about how you kind of
it has been really enjoyable actually. You know, working with some very good engineers, and obviously you know, Kyle and Marcus are very accomplished drivers. So it has been easy in that respect. Obviously, I brought a lot of experience from a team that was probably really good on ovals and road courses, and they had great experience and speed on street courses. So just combined two very strong packages. I think, I really think they have improved at every track so far, including here. So it's, we're in a very good position, and a lot of progress to be made as well. We still have plenty to do, so we're continuing that as the season goes on.
Kyle used the phrase "bone to pick" with your former life in this racing career. How would you describe, next chapter starting, kind of, restarting in this spot? If that makes sense.
Yeah, bone to pick with a.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
those who shall not be named.
It was the right time for me and the right situation. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't the right situation. So just when I looked at what Andretti has and their ability, resources and people and engineers, it just was an easy decision for me. So I'm enjoying the process. There's no animosity from where I came from or anything like that. I'm very grateful to Penske for the career that I had. Roger, I was very fortunate to drive for Roger and work with him and that whole team. So, I think it gave a young guy a great opportunity, and also gave me a great opportunity. So, it's all good.
How hungry are you to do well in the 500 your first time with Andretti?
Well, I just want to do well because I haven't had a good race here for a long time, and obviously it'd be nice on all fronts to have a great finish, and a great finish is a win. So.
Thanks, Will.
Couple days so far.
It's been really good. I think we've learned some good stuff from the first few days. It's been promising. You never really know here until we get to qualifying and race weekend, but so far it's been really promising.
And I've seen you up there at least in the no-toe race the first 2 days. Do you think you have speed in this car to compete this weekend for qualifying?
Big question mark, but I really believe we've made some really big steps there. It's been one of the things we've focused on this year to try and find some more qualifying speed. We felt like our race cars the last couple of years has been really strong, but we've been missing a little bit in qualifying, so we put some serious work into that, and it's been really good on the no-toes both day 1 and day 2. We've been right up there, so that gives us a lot of hope going into this weekend. But like I said, you never really know until everyone turns it up for really fast Friday. You start seeing a little bit more where everyone stands. But I have a lot of trust in what we've done and all the work we've been put in. So that makes me excited for this weekend.
What do you know about success in this race now that maybe you didn't know the first time you ever raced it?
It's that it's still a month, it's maybe not a month, but it's still a long time to get to race day, and it's about taking it step by step and knowing what you need from the car, and that's, I know what I need to do from the car to be successful around here, and I think that's a huge thing for me to sort of always be able to go back to that. It's like, how does it feel? How should it feel to be in that window that it needs to be? So I think that's one of the biggest things that I have from being a winner here.
What do you most look forward to between practice, qualifying, week leading up?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things with the race, right? There's so many traditions that you got to be a part of. I think that the parade is always a highlight for me. I love that, and just seeing the whole city of Indianapolis come out in the streets, I think it's just super special. But then, of course, race day is just the best day of the year, so you can't beat that. But like I said, there's so many cool days leading up to it.
You said yesterday that your three drivers are working well together this whole season, and it's set up momentum-wise really well. Why is that? What contributes to that?
I think we have 3 quite different drivers, but still like similar in many ways. We have different. Kyle a bit younger, me in the middle of my career, and Will a little bit older. So it's sort of a nice dynamic there, I feel like. And we've really been trying to push each other and work well together. I think that's a big thing. We work really well together, and that I think has helped the team become better as well. So it's been fun to be part of that.
So Will's old
Will is very old, yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Hey,
How are you?
great. How are you?
Good. Having the first couple days, how's it been going out there?
Yeah, you know, day one was a little bit of a setback. We only did about 25 laps, so we're kind of a day behind everybody. Yesterday was a good opportunity to get through a lot of big setup changes that we needed to, and you know, at the end of the day, I ended up somewhat happy with the car. I ended up in the position with the car where I could actually, from here, put into it what I need going into qualifying and everything else. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. As for overall speed, I'm not really sure yet. That'll kind of shake out, I think, during Fast Friday. We understand what kind of speed the 31 Prize Picks Aaron McLaren Chevy has in it.
What kind of dynamic is it with you and a bunch of young, hungry drivers trying to raise themselves into the next level of their careers?
I mean, that's always been happening, right? And good thing is, experience really counts at Indy. There's just so much that goes into not only the race, but the rhythm of flow and practice and setting the car up for the scenarios that are really going to pay dividends. That's the tough part, I think, and that comes through a lot of experience. But when it comes down to it, everybody else wants to just beat you, and I want to do the same. And so for that reason, all you can ask for is just to be in that final fight. I'd say in the top 8 at the end of the race, somewhere in there. But yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great race. Obviously, the race is sold out. They've done a phenomenal job with it. IMS has IndyCar, Fox, and we're looking forward to putting a great product on TV.
How different has it been with Aero this time around?
Yeah, it's been a lot different at Aaron McLaren. It's been great. You know, as a single one-off for Indy, I don't really feel that way because I've been pretty embedded with the team. I've been at every race so far this season. So I hit the ground running in that regard. Unfortunately, when you put a car on the track for one time a year, you're going to face some technical issues, and we had a lot of electrical issues on the first day of practice. So we're a day behind, but so be it. I've been in that position before. You know, we've lost days to weather and stuff like that. So all good. Just keep our head down and focus on what matters.
You try and sort of remind yourself of these positions that you've been in before. Do you just want this year to be its own and just kind of take day by day?
Every year you come back, you just foresee this beautiful, smooth road that just, the car's fast, it's great in traffic, and everything's great, you're smiling, laughing the whole time, but that's not reality most of the time, especially as a one-off. There's a lot of challenges that come about. We've seen that year after year, and yeah, it's been the same for me every year. Like, the first 2 days have always been challenging, even when I was with Dreyer and Reinbold. And so I've kind of gotten used to that. And I think at this point in my life, in my career, I'm very good at kind of putting that mentally where it needs to be and continuing to focus on what can be, because I know it could still be, very positive. In no way are we in a negative spot. It's just we're a little bit behind. We're playing catch up.
How's it going?
Day one, all you guys are at the top of the no-toe ranks. Marcus was up there yesterday. Do you guys think that you have cars that will be in a qualifying weekend? Because I know that's something that this team has been working on.
Yeah, that's been a focus of ours, right? We've always had really good race cars around here since before I can remember. Andretti has always had good cars that can drive to the front no matter where they qualify. But with that being said, it's taken us a very long time to get to the front in the races now. So we want to start at the front, be at the front, stay at the front, and have a shot at a win from a better position this year. So a bit of our focus in the offseason was definitely qualifying. And you probably would have seen over the past couple days, it's been our focus too. So still some more to be done with that, but we feel like we're in a good spot. We feel comfortably at the front. Now, we haven't seen a whole lot of cars do much real Q trim kind of running, but at the same time, we feel like we're in a good spot.
What do you know now about what it takes to succeed in the 500 that you didn't know the first time you came in here as a rookie?
Yeah, it's execution, right? You got to tie everything together. It's not an easy place to win around. From the outside looking in as a racing driver, before you run it, you think it seems simple, right? Like it's 4 corners, just flat out, just cruising around, making passes happen when you can. It's not that simple. You got to tie everything together from quality, race prep, all the practices. Don't let yourself spiral because you have so many practices and get lost. The car build is super important. We all split the cars in the middle of the month to change motors. Both manufacturers do. It's a
big part to make sure that it gets back together properly. Execution on pit lane, strategy, all that stuff matters immensely. So I've got a much better idea of what a race should look like now than maybe I did in the first couple of years, because I understand the strategy, I understand where we're lining up, I understand when yellows fall, how it's going to dictate the race. It's all stuff that I've learned over the years.
With having now 2 Indy 500 champs with Andretti, how does that motivate you, but also how do you learn from both of them to get your first?
Yeah, it's very motivating, right? We have a extremely deep lineup of drivers, right? With myself, Marcus, Will being top pole guy in IndyCar history. It's a really good lineup, and there's a lot that I can learn from those two. It's been really good in our debriefs meetings to hear how Will talks about a good race car around here, a good qualifying car, because he's had that the past couple of years. And yeah, I'm still drinking from a fire hose here, trying to learn from those two guys, that's for sure. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good process.
What's it been like to have Will on the team now? His personality, all his expertise, all of it.
You know, he's a really good guy. You know, a guy that's now, is he 46? I think he just turned 46 or 45. He's got more passion than I think I've ever seen out of somebody from his age, and he'll continue to have that passion, and that passion is what pushes us forward, and is why we've been so good on road courses now, and it's why we've been so good on short ovals. So he's helped us immensely, and I owe a lot of our success this season to him.
Not that you guys needed an energy boost at all, but having Will come in there, how did it amplify kind of the vibe of the team, the drive of the team?
Yeah, it's been good, right? I think he's got a bit of a bone to pick, right, with his past life, and he's here to prove himself. And with that, he's pushed the team to all new levels and kind of amped up engineering, us drivers. He's pushed us along quite a bit, and it's all for positive, I would say. And yeah, it's been great thus far. Good. Cool. Thank you guys.
Thoughts on the first couple days of practice?
First day was quite good, I thought. Yesterday was a little bit more of a struggle for my group. In the end, we got the car feeling really good again. I was a little unsure of speed, but all things considered, I feel good in the car, happy with the way the car feels. You know, as always at Indy, conditions change a lot. You can feel really strong, you can feel weak depending on the moment. So a lot to learn today as we get closer to the weekend. You know, Thursday is always an important day for me. Just trying to feel pretty buttoned up on race stuff as we head into qual prep. So important day today.
And why do you think that the fire still burns in you to keep racing year after year?
I mean, I love being in the car. You know, day one, I was really happy. Yesterday, I was probably pretty angry. You know, I guess if I didn't care, that would probably be more concerning. But yeah, at core, I just really enjoy driving still.
Do you get a sense of like who's maybe somebody to beat? Do you start to kind of take notice of maybe who's got something at this point? Is it still too early?
Yeah, I mean, you look at two things. You know, we really watch who can follow and run close and execute what seems like real passes. So keep an eye on those, and then obviously no toe speeds. It's been, you know, people have done some Q-sims, but I'd say it's still too early to really know who seems like the biggest threats for pole. But race running, you know, we have a pretty good idea who's good and who's not.
You didn't attach yourself as a
No, I find it pretty simple. You know, it's pretty simple just to stay focused on yourself in the car. You know, it's probably harder switching back into owner mode than switching into driver mode. Good. Thanks.
Okay, things happen the first few days of practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's also all irrelevant all at the same time. You know, I think Tuesday was fairly representative of what we could get on Sunday, race day, in terms of the conditions. Also could be representative of what we get this weekend for qualifying. You know, these today, tomorrow, and yesterday are probably a little bit too good of conditions for what we can expect, but you can still learn quite a bit, and it's important to have a good understanding of, you know, at least where the car shifts as the temperature changes, not only ambient but track as well. So you're kind of just trying to build in that offset and that delta. But really, there's nothing more you can do than that, because it's not necessarily what we're going to have when it counts.
What do you know better now than you did 10 years ago when you first started about what it takes to succeed? You had a really good car the first year.
Yeah.
And what do you know better now?
I think that you just have to. This place is so. It requires such small tolerance that you can leave here one day being really happy with everything and come back the next not changing anything, and it's a disaster, and you can't let that really bother you. So I think just understanding the way that the month goes here, and keying in on a few very small details that you know are important for success, and if you can kind of meet those objectives, then anything else that kind of happens throughout the weeks leading up to the race doesn't really matter.
I'm always just kind of curious. Right before you get in the car, you've got a little ritual routine. Where did that come from? What does it do for you?
Well, it was really day one of driving race cars, because I started in like a racing school, if you will, and the guy that was running it had written quite a few books for like both the mental and physical preparation that you can do to benefit yourself before you drive, and it's supposed to get the left and right side of the brain working together at the same time. Whether or not it works, I don't know, but I've done it now for, how old am I? 24 years of driving, so I'm not going to stop now.
Have you ever accidentally forgot to do it?
I won't do it for like an install, because like it doesn't really matter. You're just going out and coming back in. But no, I don't think I've ever not done it before a session.
I think last year we talked about you becoming a father. Now Felix Rosenquist is a father. Have you talked to him at all about managing that through the month of May?
Yeah, we spoke before the Indy GP, so Saturday morning-ish, and him and I both came to the same realization that it's such a reality shift, and the importance of race cars suddenly drops dramatically, and you actually kind of go quicker because you're no longer single track focused on your profession. Your world is opened up overnight. So he loved it and is loving it, and he was like, the thing that surprised me most was like how strong you feel on no sleep, and the human body is pretty amazing how you can adapt so quickly.
First couple days so far?
I think we've made gains. I've always ended the day happier than where I started. So we're making our steps, getting better and better.
You've only had a couple of years here, but what do you know now that you didn't know as a rookie coming in for those first days of practice that, I need this to be successful?
Yeah, it's just, you just start to learn a little bit of how you want your car to feel and what the aim should be. Like it's always nice to post a fast lap time, but that has honestly been a very little focus for us. We are just, when we are in qualifying trim, we work on our no-toe pace, which was quite good yesterday. I think Alex was second, I was fourth on the no-toe list. And then when we get in traffic, we work on, trying to follow closer and everything we need to be able to have a good race car. So that's been our big focus. We haven't been very super high up the time sheets, but also it doesn't really matter around here. It's just toe pace. So it's we're just working towards our goal. We're getting better and better, and I think we're moving in the right direction. So
You start to take notice of maybe who has something. Is it too early? Can you see when you do some of those race things?
Yeah, there's definitely a couple strong cars out there. Like the Penske's look strong, Palou looks strong, Connor looks strong, honestly. Yeah.
You start to kind of take mental notes and just kind of those little interactions that you guys do have out there in the race.
I mean, I'm trying to focus very much on our own program and just keep improving that.
What's different about this year? What feels different?
I don't know. I think the more years that you do it, the more you just know of how you want everything to go. So I feel like, in a way, it feels very similar. But I think from my own personal self, I feel like I just have a better understanding of what I want out of the car and what it's supposed to feel like, which makes the work process a little bit easier for me. So I think that's probably the biggest difference.
Certainly better than being in Bobby, though it's not the NFL field right now. But how's it going so far?
Yeah, no, car's been feeling good. Team's been working very hard since the last few years. A lot of experience on the timing stands, and that's been very helpful in getting a good car. So far I've been very happy. You never know what the next day brings, but so far I've been feeling good in the car, and it's got decent speed, so happy where we are.
To get back into the series after spending a year around them, do you feel that for some reason you had unfinished business in the series, or why is it that you want to get back in and keep racing here?
Because I love racing, because I love racing in IndyCar. I think it's a lot of fun, and I love racing with Dale Coyne as a team owner. So I'm happy where we are. I think we've not been very fortunate this year, but there's still a lot of races to change that. Nope.
Do you plan to talk to him at all or no?
No, I think I got to say what I had to say, that I was expecting an apology for crashing into me and ruining my race. He got a drive-through, which means he did something wrong, and he didn't. It wasn't on the same I did something wrong. So should have been a top 5. Should have been leading the race if the yellow had come up when he was supposed to. But there's many more.
How does that frustration of a weekend kind of help motivate you into the 500? I know it's only different setup and course, but still having that mindset.
We had a good laugh about it, and focus on the 500, and then on Detroit and St. Louis and so on and so forth. So, as I say, I think what we control, what we could control.
When you start to focus on the 500, do you start to notice maybe that other drivers have something right now? If you take note of who maybe looks strong or looks like, do you start to gain a perspective on that at this point?
Yeah, I think the usual suspects. The Ganassi cars are always very good here. Pato looks strong out there. Got to say that the 27, Carl Kirkwood, for me so far has been the one that stands out the most. But you never know with this place.
How valuable is that to just kind of have a sense of who may be strong to use that as you move through the race?
Well, I guess when you get to play with them, it's a good news for yourself. Again, on the quality round, there's not much we can do. On traffic, it's all about getting a car that gives you the confidence, that doesn't shoot a tire. Obviously, yesterday was cold, today is pretty cold. It was hotter on Tuesday. We have no idea what race weekend's going to be like, but let's just step by step.
Thank you. With the first couple of days, it's been going well out there for you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Connor's obviously been looking great in race running, and as a team, we've kind of split workload. I've been doing some qualifying related work. He's been doing some race running a bit more, and I think it shows. I think our single car speed has been pretty decent, and I think he looked rapid yesterday. So yeah, overall, first 2 days have been pretty positive.
What do you think you know better now than you did as a rookie coming to the Indy 500?
Oh my God, so many things. I don't get as generally stressed about, the mornings before we go out. The plan through the day. Things evolve, things change. We make audibles on the fly, and just kind of generally on the run up to it. I kind of just take some of it, as it comes our way, and just try and react the best I can in terms of driving related things. I guess I know now when it's time that we've got a problem that we need to fix. I can't fix it myself. But also I feel like I've got the knowledge now of driving these cars that I know I can aggressively try and fix the car in a safe way with the tools actually inside the car. So, man, subtle differences on most of these things, but overall I feel like I'm way more dialed in now than on my rookie year for sure.
You got some kind of hot pit stops in yesterday. Just how vital was it maybe to get in the flow of what it's going to feel like and just build that kind of camaraderie, confidence, and everything?
I think that's critical, truthfully, for everyone at Dry and Reinbold Racing. Not just for me and Connor. We're only getting to do this one time this year, so the guys actually going over the wall to do it. So the more reps we can get, obviously, the better that is. And for anyone who's watched IndyCar racing this year, you've already seen how important pit stops are at really critical times. And the message to our guys of we need to be good. There's a minimum standard of fast that you need to be in this series to be competitive, but we don't need to be heroes every stop. And really, we just need to end the day with the best average. And if we end the day with the best average, then we will have moved forward on pit sequence. So I thought they looked super smooth. I think the guys at Dry and Reinbold Racing do a really good job with that. Me and Connor in the shop a lot, trying to just help, just get reps for us, get reps for the team. So again, just checking stuff off the list right now in a good way.
What's been your favorite part about this year so far?
This year so far?
Yeah. Or something different or something?
Nothing that sort of like crazy stands out. I do love being teammates with Connor. We were teammates back in 2013, actually, so second time that we've really got to do this, and I think we just bring different things to the team, and I think that showed so far in how we've split and shared workload. To be honest, the more years I get to do this, the more I just generally enjoy it. Without being somber, I know we're 1 year closer to not doing it, and I hope that's 10 years away from now. And if it's not, then I want to just enjoy all of it. I mean, this is going to be 500 number 9 for me, which I think is a lot more than what people ever get to do. So just continue to enjoy it, and I think we've brought some pretty quick race cars to the Speedway this year, and I think that probably a little extra pep in our step because of that. So it'd be pretty cool if one of us went and won this thing, and hopefully it's the 24.
Thanks, Jack.
Sweet.
First impressions of Indy 500 practice. I know you've had some laps here before, but just how the last couple of days been going?
It's been good. We had quite a few issues on Tuesday, but we got to get going on Wednesday, which was nice. And obviously we had the Indy Open test, so it's been really cool. Obviously first time for me around here, and just building up to it. But it's been a steep learning curve, trying to tune it in throughout the week to get ready for qualifying in the race. But I've been just having a blast out there so far, and trying to get a bit better every time we go out.
Have you got any good 1 or 2 pieces of advice from whether it's Amon, who's been here before, or Dale, team owner, who's been here for years? Anything that you're holding on to be like, hey, that was actually good advice?
I don't think it's anything specific, just the overall picture of how you want to approach this week, I think is the main thing. And if you have a crash here, it can mess up the week pretty bad and the month. So it's just about trying to stay cool and build up to it. But for sure we have some experienced guys on the team that's been good role model in terms of just taking a few bits here and there from their advice. So it's been good.
What's been the most surreal part so far of the Indy 500 and everything?
I mean, from my main thing is just getting on track and getting to run in traffic and driving 330 miles per hour with fighting people around. It's pretty unreal, and especially around a place like this. So I'm sure it's going to be even more of a wow feeling when we get to the race week with all the people around, all the atmosphere. I went to the race last year and watched here, and it was just insane. And now I'm on the other side of the fence actually racing, so it's just soaking it all in the whole month.
What do you think those driver introductions will be like for you now that you're walking through the crowd?
Pretty surreal.
I don't even know. I'll just have to, experience it and then we'll see. But I'm sure it will be a good day.
All right, let's talk Fast Five here on day 3. Top of the charts, that would be Pato O'Ward of Arrow McLaren finding the speed, 2:27.308 to lead all drivers, followed by Helio Castroneves, Marcus Armstrong, Felix Rosenquist. What a day for Meyer Shank Racing. Top 5 was rounded out by Alexander Rossi. Like I mentioned in the Open, Takuma Sato and Team Penske doing great with the non-toe speeds. We got a chance to catch up with both Pato O'Ward and Helio Castroneves, P1 and P2 on the day after practice concluded.
I thought it was pretty decent. The 06 Clips machine was running pretty comfortable. Obviously, the weather condition you couldn't ask for a better weather, not only in terms of the wind conditions, but the temperature, everything is just perfect. We know it's not going to be like this on Saturday, but in the end of the day, we felt comfortable out there.
All right, maybe a good start to the weekend. Open up for questions starting in the front row. Zach, let's get Bruce, and then Ben. Elliot, grab one for Ben, and we'll work the room here after that. Go ahead, Bruce.
The hybrid being a little different in terms of, are you doing anything different with the strategy? Because I know some teams are using it on different areas of the track that they may not have used last year.
This year we have to, because the strategy that we used last year was removed from the toolbox by IndyCar, I believe. So, we're doing something different. I haven't really paid attention to what the other guys are doing, but yeah.
Is it more aggressive, the strategy that you're using, or are you doing it in the turns to keep the speeds up?
You're more active on it, for sure. Because last year, I think you saw a lot of cars do one single deploy very slowly. This year, you're going to probably see cars used it more on double ends of the
But this is the only change they did from last year to this year. And the hybrid itself.
I didn't even. No. The whole system is the same.
Okay.
Just like the strategies that they allow us to use.
But the trickle down is
right. No. When you asked the question, I thought nobody told me if it's change or not. But the only change was that.
The change is the trickle down. It's kind of eliminated.
No,
so how much have you changed your usage of it?
Yeah, in my mock-up run, I don't even use it. So, it's interesting. Honda is going back to the sim today to try again different strategies. I'm to be honest, I'm new in this. Whatever they are telling me what to do, that's what I'm going to say. In the end of the day, you have to, no matter what, you still have to have a good balance in the car to make sure that you can go 4 laps in with no issues.
And for both of you, when you get the extra boost tomorrow, it's like all of a sudden the car is going about 10 miles an hour faster. And what's that first sensation like when turn 1 gets here a lot quicker than it did Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
What I think is a pretty cool feeling is when you map out from your prep map into the full boost. When you see the data and you just see the thing just skyrocket, it's really cool. It really is cool.
I just mentioned to my Honda guys, like, you guys are going too fast on the prep app. It's like, no, it's just because tomorrow it's gonna go so much faster. And it's true, it's big.
But like what we noticed today, like maybe does it over the course of 2 corners or so, like half a lap. But tomorrow, I mean, you'll go from the start of the exit of 2 to entry to 3 almost like full beans. So it's cool.
Ben?
Thanks, Dave. Hey, guys. Elio, for yourself, first of all, what's it like being at the 500 as part team owner and driver?
Look, in the end of the day, when I come here, obviously, I put the helmet on and I don't think about anything else except making our group as more in sync than anybody else, because remember, those guys are a little bit of a one-off. However, Mike and I were just talking about other thing else, other things about the team. But this is where I feel comfortable calling my shots, the way I want it, and so far it's been no issues.
Excellent, thanks. And for yourself, Pato, what's it like having Ryan Hunter-Reay with you at the team and his experience? What does that bring to the team?
I really enjoyed working with Ryan. He obviously is somebody that knows exactly what he wants around here. He's obviously very well achieved at this track, and it's very interesting to see his point of view and how sensitive he is to certain things that maybe I haven't been in the past. So I'm definitely keeping close touch with him and really listening to what he has to say, because you got to listen to guys like that, guys like Ryan, Elio. It really is a fine line around here, what is fast but also needs to be comfortable in order to either carry a car for 200 laps and or in qualifying.
Checkered flag out is on the session, by the way. We are done for day 3. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Pato, talking about Felix Rosenquist, what happened on Saturday on lap 1. Y'all are obviously good friends. You worked with each other on day 1 a lot, but getting over that first wreck, how does the conversation with Felix go there, and with y'all being great friends, of course, off the track?
No, I mean he came to talk to me right after the race, and these things happen. Like, I mean, I'll be the last guy that's gonna be like, wow, you screwed up, but I can make that mistake very easily as well. You can miss the judging in a braking zone with maybe one side of the car isn't as hot as the other. It's so sensitive, especially when you don't have clean air in your wings, and it can get a bit tight. So I know for a fact he didn't do it on purpose, and I know he felt really bad about it. But I told him, like, man, those things can happen, and it probably won't be the last time that it happens to me, regardless of it. That time was Felix, but I've been a pretty good client of Turn 1 here in IMS Road Course. I feel like the amount of times I've been taken out here in Turn 1 at the road course have been more than like all the other tracks combined for some reason. So I don't know. Maybe it's something I'm doing.
I've done it. I know. I've done it. So
it sucks. You qualify well, and it's just like, well.
For you, Elio, speaking of Felix, had a great run in Long Beach, finished second after the pit stop, of course, and then Arlington had a great run, and then, of course, the last lap penalty, of course. But how would you assess, I mean, Felix himself, but also just Meyer-Schick as a whole going into the Indy 500 this season?
Well, last year, MSR already put 2 cars in the top 10. It shows that, he really improved. This year again, we really had that Long Beach very, very potential to win, but in the end of the day, it's a team sport. And but Felix is doing a great job. Yes, over here in that race, some miscue, I guess. Like I said, I've done those type of a mistake as well. And he's fast. He knows how to set up the car and put a lap together. So I have no issues at all at the rest of the season that he's going to, including here in the 500 as well.
Last question for both. How are y'all both feeling about single car speeds going into tomorrow?
How what?
How are you feeling about single speeds going into tomorrow? No toe speeds.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel we got to work a little bit out. And certainly watching other competitors going out, they seem to be as well few miles fast. But once you put in a different range of torque in the engine, who knows what's going to happen? But I feel that always the big teams is going to have one car at least there in the top for sure.
Let's go, Dan, and then we'll hit the Indy Star folks after that. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, hi guys, just a few for you. Obviously, when the hybrid was brought in last year, one of the main concerns was when you were 5th or 6th in the pack, it was quite difficult to overtake, and we saw that in the race. And there's been a few changes this year, so kind of what are your thoughts when you are 5th and 6th in the pack? Is it a little bit easier to overtake than maybe it was last year, for example? Still tough, still very tough, especially if I mean, at that point of the race, you will be up against the best 4 cars. If you're 5th in line, you're going to be up against the best 4 cars in line. Maybe sometimes you might have one in there that kind of snuck his way in, but at that point, I mean, Elio's got so much more experience, but from what I've seen in the past, like, good cars always find their way. to being in that fight. And is it much easier? I probably wouldn't say that it's changed much. It's still difficult. I do think the track temp has a big part of what the ability is going to be behind a bunch of cars. If it gets really hot, I think you will start seeing some cars degrade. But today it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. The track temp today didn't really go above 115, 110. It's been around there the whole day. Not everybody was doing the race runs when it was that temperature. So just like the car changes so much when you increase the boost, it does change a lot when the track temp goes from 95 to 115 or 120. So I would expect it to get harder and harder the harder the track temp gets.
And for both of you, obviously today we're seeing some qualifying runs before we turn up the boost tomorrow. How beneficial is it to get a read before the boost goes up, as obviously the balance of the car changes once that's taken effect? So for both of you, kind of how important do you see that read before the boost comes in?
Basically, you want to make sure the COP that you have right now comfortable at the track, it's okay, and balance, ride height, all those things. I know it changed when you add 10 mile an hour, but you want to have the sense that at least the car is not doing anything strange on the course of 4 laps. I do believe, Firestone made the tires a little more consistent this year. What I remember from last year to this year is already being quite good. So definitely the temperature makes a difference. And right now, everyone really feels every car it's really strong. I never say this is an easy place. It could be a little less difficult, but it's always difficult. And however, in the end of the day, yes, track temp is a big part of this setup and balance of the car, and whoever set up on those conditions definitely will be in good shape.
And if we look towards the weekend, we've got this updated qualifying format where some cars could run up to 4 times, possibly, depending on how they run. So I just want to get your 2 thoughts on the format. Are those positions to qualify in potentially pretty difficult positions, considering you will have to use an extra set of tyres and do more running?
I'm still trying to understand this qualifying, to be honest, but...
I thought it only changed, wait.
So it's freezing from 16 to 33, right? Yeah, so...
Is there a limit of attempts now?
No.
Oh.
Well, on Sunday there are. Sunday you get 1 shot.
Right. Yeah, 1 shot at each.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Saturday is the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you want to get into the fast 15, right? Fastest 15, but yeah, if you're in the bubble, you'll probably see what is
fastest 9. You want to be in the fastest 9.
No, 15 to go to Sunday.
Well, but the top 9
are locked into the top 12 the next day. The fastest 9 Saturday are locked into the top 12.
So the fastest 15 on Saturday move on to Sunday into like a Q1, Q2, Q3 format, basically.
Oh, then you have the second one.
So
the top
all 15 go first, and then
six battle for the final 3 spots in the top 12.
Oh, so the front guys don't have to do that again.
You're locked in.
So how many attempts? Okay, so if you're in the fastest 10, how many attempts do you have? 2?
2. Yeah. You get a top 12 and then fast 6. We'll go have dinner. I'll explain it to you.
Honestly, I'm just just keep going as fast as you can.
Go ahead.
See where you can go.
We got time for a couple more. Go ahead.
Elio, to go off of that a little bit, you haven't started in the top 15 since you last won. Obviously today you have top tier pace, but what's the biggest challenge in translating that into qualifying?
Yeah, no question. The way the design the cars are changing. It's becoming a little bit harder when you started in the pack. So I would say, as of right now, that's the main focus for us. Start lock on the top 15.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, good.
That's the goal, I guess, and then move forward to the top 9.
Top 12.
Top
yeah,
12.
We'll get you there.
Top 12, then
and then
the
as
fast
you can
6.
see, we're still working on it, but hopefully we'll be in that shape, and I'll be more than happy to explain it to you better.
Obviously. And then obviously I'm sure coming in as a one-off makes it a bit more challenging, but what makes that extra effort worth it in chasing another shot?
You know what motivates me? It's when I did my first lap on the open test. I went out on the back straight. I was like, oh, I love this. This is the best feeling in the world. So even if you stay one year without being in the seat, I was worried about, I'm going to be feeling a little uncomfortable. It was like a glove. So that keeps me coming back. And because the opportunity that we have, it's so unique and so incredible, I feel that we can't just pass it along. We got to keep it going. And as long as we have a good team around us, which MSR has been providing an amazing group of guys and girls, and myself, I love it. I really, really love it. So yeah, I want to keep pushing as hard as I can, and hopefully we're gonna go to the Guinness Book.
Thank you.
We got time for a couple more. Zion, you still have a question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Elio, when you look at the drivers in this field who have won this race before, the youngest one is Alex, and he just won it last year. He's 29. What do you think it is about this track that the experience really helps those guys that are older, and it really kind of creates that advantage in ways?
Look, this place, I always said, the track picks who's going to be the winner. You might have the fastest car, but in the end of the day, it might not be your day. And I feel that even the youngest, they do have enough experience to understand. Alex obviously did an amazing job last year. I think the dynamic of the racing is changing a little bit compared to what it used to be, like any generation. You just got to be on top of it. I would say with the hybrid now, it's change again a little bit. It gives you a little bit of a extra tool so you can play around if you're in a not so good position. But I noticed in a few years without the yellow in the end, you can get traffic in front of you, and that is another area that didn't happen very often. So you just got to keep those young guys, they becoming the cars, they understanding what they need to do. I think the sim is helping them a lot. The team in general, all the teams, because you have so many guys, you have different mechanics jumping around, every team is becoming better and better. So making their cars are super close. So you're going to see tomorrow or Saturday, lap time is going to be 4 lap average is going to be super close. So that's the reason it gives opportunity to the competition be very, very aggressive.
We'll squeeze in 2 more quick ones, Austin, and then wrap up with Bob after that. Go ahead, Austin.
Pato, forgive me if this is asked. I joined late. Seems like you guys have the car in the right window. 8th on the no-toe, P1 today. I know you were working on some things the past 2 days to kind of get it up there, but do you think you have it in the right window going into this weekend?
Yeah. I think we're definitely in a good. The starting point, I think, has been one of the best balances that I've had, at least with the first few qualifying sims that we've done into a qualifying weekend. But I have had it in the past where it feels good on the low boost, but then you put the higher boost and things do change. So we'll see what we've got tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be good enough to have our first run in the high boost in the window to just pepper it in a little bit. But so far it's been good and smooth.
And Bob.
For Pato, we saw today drivers when they were doing their mock runs, the different philosophies on when to engage the hybrid. Do you expect that to be the same on Saturday, or by Saturday will everybody be doing the same thing?
I think you'll see people doing different things. You might see like engine camps doing more similar things. So you might see Chevys doing something similar, and then you might see Hondas doing something else. To start off the runs, you probably will see more of a variance, and then I think everybody will probably pay attention to what the fast cars are doing, and they'll probably just apply that.
And is any part of you getting impatient to get to Sunday?
Me?
Yeah, let's just get this and do this race and see if I can win it.
I love the whole process. I love the whole month. Like the practice days, going into qualifying, like the whole thing of having qualifying its own weekend. I love that. I think it's a great way for us as well. Like I really enjoy watching as well, and it's cool to see big runs, big numbers, and then going out there yourself and trying to beat that in match to keep on transferring. It's a whole part of the event. I love it.
It was a lot of fun here on Thursday, day 3. Now we turn our attention to Fast Friday. The boost gets put on the cars. They're getting ready for qualifying this weekend. It's going to be some fun action out on the track. We'll have full coverage for you on air, of course, on Channel 13 and right here on WTHR+. For now, as Toby Keith plays us out, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports. We'll see you next time.